Hi Pisces, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless love tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this video, this reading, it's most definitely meant for you. And so I do want to take this moment to remind you as always to go ahead and like the video, to leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And do remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, if I could even think of it. When meditating on your energy overall for the reading, of course, in regards to the subject of love, the message that came through was, oh no, this is such a struggle. Oh no, this is such a struggle. I'm feeling a little bit on edge in your energy. It might be due to the situation, their energy, or just anxiety that comes to be within the connection. But we're going to pull however many cards Spirit wants to give us from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. And as I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind, this is a general timeless love read for the sign of Pisces, my lovely Pisces. Whatever placements you have within your chart, all of which apply. If you're here to hear about a Pisces, you're more than welcome to join, of course. But due to it being general, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Apply it as it fits. And don't forget to check out the other placements within your chart for more messages. But on another note, I'm accepting personal requests for personal readings at this time. So all you have to do is head down to the description box below where you will see the options pricing in my email. Just reach out and I'll get that started for you. You might be feeling a bit spacey as well. I'm just literally was spacing out as I said that to you. But let's get this going. For our lovely Pisces, thank you, Spirit. Also for Pisces, thank you, Spirit, for love. Thank you for Pisces, thank you, Spirit. Wow, it feels messy. A little bit chaotic. Okay. Yeah, things might be feeling quite chaotic. A lot of messages coming in and out. Arguments, struggle. It just feels like, ooh, I need to kind of breathe and take a step back at the very least, as you put an end to what feels like a lot of heartache. Wow, yeah, all of these are relevant. We're not going to put them in the spread, but let's see here. So we discussed the Eight of Wands, and like I said, putting an end to a bit of heartache. I did see the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck before I started to shuffle it. I should have showed it. A level of secrecy for a lot of you, or just feeling like it's just that it's not progressing, the connection isn't progressing in the way you thought it would. Feeling a little bit disappointed in them or just the situation in general. But with the Two of Wands as well coming out, feeling like you just long for something different, for somebody different, or just more, right? At times just feeling this lack of completion or lack of fulfillment with them. It's just feeling like a very energy-filled, kind of chaotic situation in one way, shape, or form. And at times feeling like the messages coming in or going are just too much in general, where one person just feels like they need their space and the other is too much to handle. Okay, so let's just put this here. And we're beginning the 5-card spread with the Death card. And you can hear the plane going on in the background, however you want me to put it. It's just feeling like a very loud situation. A lot of yelling potentially. I'm hearing, wow, it's time to end this. A lot of you Pisces feeling, or at least one of you in the connection, feeling as if it's such a struggle that it can't go on any longer. Either putting an end to the way things are, the sort of the chaos, the yelling, the struggles, the fights, the difficulties, or just simply putting an end to the connection altogether. You kind of, if it's not you, it's the other person, or maybe both of you, feeling like you've reached your limit, feeling like as you're trying to get your voice out there, there's a lot of chaos, they're shouting over you, or simply you just feeling like depleted, you know, kind of dead in the situation, feeling as if at the very least your voice is dead. It just almost doesn't matter at times what you have to say. Where do we go from here? How do we proceed? I mean, how do we even get to this point? You know, how did we actually get to this point? We shouldn't have gone this far. The connection should have, but the struggles, the difficulties shouldn't have escalated to this point. We should have been able to kind of patch things up along the way. But a lot of you, again, feeling depleted to the point of not having a lot left to give to the connection or to them. And it's like, it feels like it could be very one-sided at this point. A lot of you feeling as if you're being redirected to a different path, whether it's to a different connection, or you're feeling as if you're being redirected to another sort of career path or something of the sort, you know, and that's kind of changing as an individual while they're staying the same. And it's just like, am I outgrowing this? A lot of questions to ask oneself at this time. Three of Pentacles. As all starts to kind of take place in a chaotic way, things quiet down a bit, but you find that all eyes are on the situation. It feels like a lot of either it's parental, some parents looking in, siblings, family members, you know, friends, acquaintances, coworkers. It just feels like on social media, everyone's noticing this connection for the good and for the bad. And at times it's like, okay, yeah, this connection is a lot to handle in general, but then the pressure that's added, the chaos, the opinions, the judgment that comes in, it's like, I get that you all kind of notice everything that's going on, but it's not helping in any way, shape, or form. Some of you seeking out advice and finding out that this was just the worst route to go, needing to keep things more kind of secretive. Once again, the Seven of Swords. But for some of you, it might feel as if the other person post stuff about the connection or your struggles on social media, and it's just like it frustrates you to your point of frustration. Did I repeat myself? You might find that you end up repeating yourself because you just space out. You get into this kind of fog of anxiety and stress, and it's just like, oh, what is this actually coming to? You know, why are we involving other people at this point? Feeling like at times you do, but then at times they do. And it's like we both kind of need to stop and reassess what we're actually doing here and how healthy this connection is at this point. Are we still on the same path together? 10 of Pentacles. And it puts you to a point of reflection, at least one of you, if not both of you, on your certain completions, you know, how you can't help but think about other connections in the past and how they had to be completed in order to feel a sense of new, in order to make room for what was more meant for you at that point, given you had changed at that point, and it feels kind of similar now. Are we coming to the end of this connection? It feels like one person kind of wants to keep putting in the effort, viewing it as like a pyramid, and the other person wanting to kind of put it to an end or coming to that conclusion slowly but surely. But then it feels like for some of you, finances are getting in the middle of the connection as well, and it making it a very messy situation. And it's like you can't help it, but then it's like it was already messy to begin with, right? Feeling like you just are not sure how to move forward, whether it's to end the situation again, to fix things, and then there's just kind of money wrapped up in it all with all the opinions flowing in once again, and it just feeling quite hefty. The Eight of Swords. I feel like a lot of you are getting an immense amount of lower back pain. Very interesting and random, but it just feels like it happens a lot when you're around this individual. And so moving on to the Eight of Swords, feeling as if you're kind of trapped in the situation, whether or not the tying of finances into the connection leaves you feeling trapped, or you're just trapped under the connection, the title that you guys have, whether you're married or just in a relationship, or even if you're not, it still makes you feel a bit limited or restricted in one way, shape, or form. Again, being aligned with the Death card, weighing how healthy it is for you at this point, and that restriction, those limitations leave you feeling quite dead and depleted at times. And I'm almost seeing this blindfold at times being on your mouth as well, or on just one of or the other, feeling like you can't see if this is going to work out or not, or at times you can't even just see who they truly are, feeling there's a level of secrecy. But at times it's over your mouth, where it's just like, I don't have a voice in this connection anymore, I'm not being heard, or I just don't know how to speak my mind at this point. But we're moving on to the Four of Swords, where as you move forward with the connection, whether you guys decide to it just feels like you have to take a step back, both of you, to rest, to give yourself that alone time that you need to sort through your thoughts, your emotions, and figure out kind of, I see some of you weighing pros and cons, but that might not be the best route, given it might overcomplicate things. You needing to kind of figure out if this is right for you at this point. Feeling like, once again, one of you is changing dramatically. Could be both, but it feels more one-sided on the changing aspect. Where life changes are taking place, and it's like, is this connection coming to an end going to be one of them? Big question mark. But being aligned with the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, feeling as if, once again, the chaos, the judgments, the opinions coming in, people kind of, they're being a bit of a spotlight on the connection. It isn't really helping things, as even when you take a step back, feeling like people kind of are noticing you in one way, shape, or form, and kind of feeling the need to chime in to tell you you should proceed with this individual or you should stop it. I feel like a lot of people who are close to you feel it's unhealthy at this point, but you're like, I need to figure out what's right for me, right? And given, you know, the other person might just once again want to move forward and kind of feel definitive about the future that you guys have together, thinking you guys have a chance, but you again trying to weigh out the pros and cons or just simply figure it out for yourself, given it's just such a struggle. Wow. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time. Sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Pisces.